dermatologist taking pictures of my skin without telling me what they were really for. I'd been going to Dr. Rivera for 3 years for my acne. Nothing major, just those annoying breakouts that wouldn't quit. But lately, she'd been acting weird during my appointments. She'd take way more photos than normal, always from these specific angles, and she kept asking me to come back every 2 weeks instead of monthly. Last Tuesday, I noticed she left her computer screen open when she stepped out to grab something. I wasn't trying to snoop, but my name was literally right there on the screen. What I saw made my stomach drop. There was a whole folder labeled Before Photos, Clinical Study. My face was in there, along with maybe 20 other patients. All of us had the same type of acne I did. When she came back, I asked her straight up what the folder was for. She got all flustered and said it was just for my treatment records. But I'd seen enough. The file names had dates going back 6 months, way before she'd even mentioned any new treatments to me. I played dumb and scheduled my next appointment like normal. But that night, I couldn't sleep. Something felt really off about the whole thing. So I did what any normal person would do and Googled her name plus clinical study. That's when I found it. Dr. Rivera was running a trial for some new acne medication company. The crazy part? She was getting paid $5,000 for every patient she enrolled. But here's the kicker. Half the patients were getting a placebo, meaning fake medicine, while the other half got the real stuff, and nobody was supposed to know which group they were in. I realized I'd been getting worse over the past few months, not better. My skin was actually more broken out than when I started seeing her. She'd been giving me the fake stuff this whole time and taking progress photos to prove the real medicine worked better. The next day, I called the number on the study website and pretended to be interested in participating. The person on the phone told me they were looking for patients with moderate acne who hadn't tried other treatments recently. When I mentioned Dr. Rivera's name, they got excited and said she was one of their top recruiters. That's when I knew for sure. She'd been using me and probably a bunch of other patients as guinea pigs without telling us. I felt so violated. This woman I trusted was basically experimenting on my face for money. I decided to record my next appointment. I hid my phone in my purse with the voice recorder running. When she started taking photos again, I asked her directly about the study. She denied everything at first, but when I mentioned the company name, her face went white. She finally admitted she'd enrolled me months ago, but said the treatment I was getting was just as good as anything else. She claimed she was helping advance medical research and that I should feel proud to be part of something important. The audacity was unreal. I told her I wanted copies of all my photos and medical records immediately. She tried to convince me to stay in the study, saying I was almost done anyway. When I refused, she got nasty and said I was being dramatic and that lots of patients would love the free treatment I was getting. Free treatment? I'd been paying her copay every 2 weeks for 6 months. That's when I lost it. I told her I'd recorded everything and that I was reporting her to the medical board. She tried to grab my phone, but I was already walking out. Within a week, I'd filed complaints with the medical board, the research company, and my insurance. Turns out, what she did was completely illegal. You can't enroll patients in studies without their written consent, and you definitely can't lie about what treatment they're getting. The research company dropped her immediately. My insurance flagged her for fraud, and the medical board opened an investigation. 3 other patients came forward with similar stories after I posted about it online. Dr. Rivera's practice got shut down 2 months later.